I'd like to start. It is 5:01 on March 27th, 2018, and I'd like to call the Public Works Committee meeting to order. We do have a quorum. We have over 5 members present. Have folks had an opportunity to take a look at the minutes of the previous meeting? Any changes or suggested alterations? If not, could we have a motion to accept?
Make a motion, sir.
I second.
Mr. Lockhart, Mr. Reinhardt, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. Item number 1, item number 1 is in previous business. Item number 2, authorizing the submission of a grant application. Yes, we are tabling. Actually, item number 1 actually, we're tabling that pending the public hearing, which was the subject of consideration last night at the Law Committee meeting. So, do we need a motion to table?
No.
No, okay. All right, current business number 2. Authorizing the submission of a grant application to the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York regarding the Voorheesville Quiet Zone.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen of the legislature. Yes, this is for a grant for $340,000 to cover the remaining costs of the project design for the Voorheesville Quiet Zone, as well as all costs related to the actual construction of the project.
Okay,
I want to speak up about this. I think this is fantastic. I know that there are parts of Voorheesville where the noise is incredible. I've been there and heard it, and you can't have a conversation sometimes when the trains are going by. So anything that can be done, which obviously you're doing, it's great. I'm really glad to see this is happening finally.
Thank you, sir.
quick question, is this under the state and municipal grant program?
Yes,
It is. And have,
from my understanding, yes.
okay, and does this have a legislative sponsor at this point?
Yes, Senator Amador is the one that is working with our office.
Okay. No? Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh,
We need a motion.
Sorry.
Yeah, I so moved.
Moved by Mr. Reinhardt, seconded by Mr. Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. The motion is carried.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let's see. Commissioner Raimondo and Mr. Angelo. Greetings.
Hello,
Tell us about your trucks.
Chairman. Okay, so we have, we're purchasing 3 tandem dump trucks under a contract with Tracy Road Equipment. It's Onondaga County's state contract. The total for the 3 trucks is $589,545. It's part of this year's capital program.
Any questions of the committee?
Make a motion.
Motion by Ms. Lockhart, seconded by Mr. Miller. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion is carried. Thank you, Commissioner. All right, next one, authorizing an agreement with Creighton Manning Engineering regarding the design and construction inspection services for the large culvert replacement project.
Hi, we're requesting the legislature's approval of an agreement with Creighton Manning, the lowest bidder, for the design and construction inspection services for a large culvert, 4 large culvert replacements. The lowest 4 bids were very close, and Creighton Manning came in at $500 less than the next highest bidder. The location of the culverts are, Bill?
4 culverts we've been keeping an eye on. One is on County Route 412 by Udell Road in town of Westlow. It's an double existing 60-foot CMPs. The second site is County Route 404 by Lockwood Road in town of Westlow. It's an existing 36-foot by 6 by 6.5 foot concrete box culvert. third site is County Route 358 in the town of Rensselaerville. It's an existing 60-foot long pipe, 2 5-foot CMPs and a 4-foot overflow. And the fourth site is on County Route 106 in the town of Clemens, and it's an existing 12 by 3.5 foot concrete box culvert.
Are any of these the ones by Triangle Lake? I'm not familiar.
No, sir.
Any other questions, discussion?
Make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Miller.
Second?
Second by Mr. Reinhardt. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? The ayes have it, carried. All right, number 5, authorizing an agreement with MJ Engineering and Land Surveying regarding design services for a potable water treatment and delivery system and sanitary waste removal system at Lawson Lake Park. Commissioner?
We're requesting the approval of an agreement with MJ Engineering and Land Surveying for the design services, like you said, of potable water treatment and delivery system and sanitary waste removal system at Lawson Lake County Park. We received 2 bids. The lowest responsible bidder was MJ Engineering. They also did the feasibility study for this project, so it was fortunate that they also won the bid. Are there any questions?
Just like I said, this is in my backyard, and I think it's a great thing. This is getting the attention it needs.
Oh, good.
Glad it's happening.
Commissioner, could you go over the schedule for the project so everybody understands when this might be in
Sure.
in place?
Yep, this is for the design, okay? And so we anticipate that the design and securing all of the permits could take upwards of a year. So the actual design would be finished in time enough for a possible bid at this time next year. And that is providing we don't run into problems with permitting and things like that. So design this year, potential construction next summer.
Would you go over, there's a question of how much the budget is. You might want to
Talk about the budget?
talk about the budget, the
Yeah.
component even beyond this bid, just so
Sure.
everybody gets a flavor for the project.
Yeah, I believe in the capital program, we have $850,000 budgeted for the project in total. This bid for design and for surveying of the property came in at $120,000. So there's a remainder in our bond for the construction of the project. So we estimated what it may cost based on the feasibility study of what it would cost to install a system that we're proposing, which is a holding hall waste removal system and an on-site treatment system.
Does that mean there's zero emission at the lake? Once the design and construction was done, you'd have zero release at the lake?
Yes, it's going to be, all of the waste will be put in a storage tank and then carted off to the water purification district.
All the solids or the leach also?
Everything.
Everything.
Not even fenced out.
So you'd be feeding the future anaerobic digester?
Correct.
Moved by Ms. Plotsky, seconded by Mr. Miller. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, carried.
Thank you.
Number 6. Okay. Commissioner Latina.
Good evening, Jim.
Authorizing an agreement with Total Facility Solutions Incorporated regarding electrical construction services for the Times Union Center egress and ingress project.
Yes, TFS was the lowest responsive bidder on this project for the electrical portion for the new ingress and egress at the Times Union Center at the Market Street side. We lost our other entrance on the Beaver Street side, so this is to replace that entrance and exit.
Do you want to just give a little history of this bidding so people understand how this works with the next one and saving some money?
Yes, this bid went out last year, and it was scored. We had 2 bidders for electrical and 2 bidders for the general construction portion of the project. We decided we were going to maybe going to change a little bit of the exit work. We had M&J do a little bit more work on that. But also, we were checking out the performance from the contractors that were there. And by the time the season became late for us to start this project. So we rebid it. We decided we were going to rebid it in January for a late spring start this year. And it actually worked out to our benefit. You don't see it so much as far as the TFS portion of it. Their portion of the bid remained the same as it did back in 2017. But you'll see in the next bid that's coming up on the general contracting portion of it, we ended up saving ourselves close to $260,000 by rebidding it and getting 4 general contractors to bid on this.
Okay, any questions or discussion? We'll take them separately. Number 6, do we have a mover for number 6 relating to the electrical construction services for the project? Moved by Mr. Stevens, seconded by Mr. Miller. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Beyond the discussion that the Commissioner gave us on item 7, are there any questions about the general construction contract for the ingress egress where the savings occurred?
I have a question, it's a follow-up to your earlier statement. So we had 2 bidders last year, we had 4 bidders this time.
Correct.
Is the winning bidder a different bidder?
Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
a different bidder this year that won the bid.
Yeah.
And I think it was because, it depends on the time of season you're bidding things, how many bidders you're going to get. If they've already booked a lot of schoolwork or they've booked a lot of other things, that really helps. You don't get as many bidders. When you do it at the right time, you'll get more bidders planning their work for the springtime.
Yeah, yeah, okay, thank you.
All right, any other questions?
Any thoughts on why there was such a bid difference from last year to this year?
It's just the numbers. It's just who wants to work and who doesn't. You know, they may have, the other bidders may have work already out there that, you know, they'll throw a price at it, and somebody may not have the work, so they'll grab it.
Big animals are hungrier in the springtime.
Yeah.
Well, this was, they bid it in January when there's not a lot of work like that around.
Correct.
They know they're gonna be hungry in the spring.
We're not anticipating overages or anything?
No, this includes all your contingency money and everything. Everything is included in it. Actually, we reached out to the lowest bidder to make sure, because they did come up $260,000 less than everybody else, to make sure that they looked at the bid, everything was in there, they realized it. We got an email back from it that they're going to honor their bid.
And they have a performance bond, which
Correct.
means a major surety is guaranteeing their bid.
Correct.
Okay. Any further discussion? Would entertain a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Reinhardt, second by Ms. Platsky. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion is carried. Okay, Commissioner, authorizing an agreement with CT Mail Associates regarding architectural and engineering services for various Albany County projects.
Yes, this is the second round that we've done this. The first time we did it, we we did it in such a way where we could just go out and grab, like for projects that weren't really bonded yet, or the capital plan, that you need to have a figure, you know, for smaller projects, or you have a larger project coming up that you don't know the cost for your upcoming capital plan to set the money in. This gives us the opportunity to get the architectural and engineering, give us a really good idea on what we're going to spend on those projects.
Okay, so this establishes unit prices for architectural services?
Correct. This is.
What other departments besides yourself?
All other
have,
departments can use this, the sheriff's department can use it, the nursing home has used it before in the past, general services used it, you know, those are the majority that have used it for their smaller projects or the projects coming up that they want to do.
Is this the complete design of the project? Or
Yeah,
is
that's what
this-
we'll do, is we'll ask it.
Like a cost estimate is all you're really asking them to do, or?
Well, no, they'll give us a design, they'll figure out what it's gonna cost us and, you know, what would be for that design. That way, when we go for the capital plan, you know, our capital plan is 5 years down the road. So if we wanna do something at one of the other buildings, or if we want to, consolidate services, we need some architectural work to redesign some floors, things along those lines, or space planning, we can use this to get that done, for a better idea what the capital will be.
I have a question that is kind of at the issue of when do you decide to use this pot of money, for that purpose? When I looked at all the documentation, I was looking at it from the standpoint of my background at NYSERDA, where I would be involved in very technical projects, and you're looking for some very specific technical
Right.
experience relevant to the specific tasks at hand.
Correct.
It didn't seem like there was a lot of that in here, and is that, like, if you find yourself looking at a capital project that is like the anaerobic digester or something like that, where you need a specific set of skills, would you then not use this to?
It's possible we don't have to use it if we feel it's, if you're gonna go out for architecture. First of all, when it comes to the money, if you're going to do a capital project, the money has to be in the capital project to begin with in order to go out for that specific project, in order to get that architectural and engineering, your specific plans and everything. Because sometimes some of the larger plans, you could be $300,000-$400,000 into those plans to really get your cost analysis and to have your plans done, ready to go. So that's why those projects are more into the capital. These are for smaller types of projects that we may want to do, like a space play. If we wanted to move one department to another building, it has to move, we want the floor set up a certain way. We take this company, put them in touch with them. These are their needs. Can we move them into there for their needs? They would develop the plans for that specific department to move in there and give us a cost estimate on those projects.
So the kind of work you're talking about here and how you would use the CT MAL is for things that are not real complicated and not out of the ordinary.
Correct.
For the kind of work they do.
If you're gonna build a large building, or we're gonna build something else, this is something that would have been planned on before the capital plan. Some of the bonding would already have been done, and then you would take that bond, out of that bond, you would put out the bid for the architectural and engineering for that specific project that you wanted to do.
Okay. I'm good.
Any further discussion? If not, I would entertain a motion.
I'll move it. Go ahead.
Mr. Miller moved it, Mr. Reinhardt seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Carried. Okay, number 9, authorization of an agreement with BPI Mechanical Services, Inc. regarding mechanical construction services for the replacement of the roof unit at the Hall of Records.
Yes, there's 3 units at the top of the Hall of Records, 3 old RT units, they're over 20 years old. One's failed, the other ones are starting to fail, and this is for the replacement of the 3 RTU units on the top of the Hall of Records.
Is it RTU unit?
Yes, the heating and cooling units. HVAC units.
Okay, thanks.
They call them RTUs. There's we have a 20-year warranty on the RTU and a 5-year warranty on the compressors that are included into this.
Any discussion? And this is all in the capital plan, right?
Yes, this will be capital money.
Any further discussion, members of the committee? If not,
Roof good? Is the roof itself?
Yeah, the roof is good. Yeah.
Okay.
major concern. I would entertain a motion. Motion by Mr. Smith, seconded by Ms. Schwartz. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Motion is carried. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Mr. Murphy, welcome.
Good evening.
Authorizing an intermunicipal agreement between the Albany County Water Purification District and the Saratoga County Sewer District regarding the anaerobic digestion facility project.
Yes, sir. The district is requesting legislative approval to enter into an intermunicipal agreement with Saratoga County Sewer District to build, operate, and maintain a regional biosolids handling facility. This facility will be capable of digesting the biosolids from the 2 Albany facilities and the Saratoga facility, as well as numerous small treatment plants that are presently served by the district. We will also be capable of receiving high-strength organic waste in the form of food, grease, oils, and fats. The project will go a long way to improving infrastructure for both county facilities and provide economic savings for both counties through shared services.
Okay, we had an informational session on this last month. Do you want to just give us a quick update of where the process is?
Presently, Saratoga has received full approval to enter into their intermunicipal agreement with Albany. We will be moving forward with meeting with all of our 8-member communities to show the process of which we will be looking to fund the project over the next few weeks.
Okay. Any questions of the committee?
One question which I think we talked about before, and that is the issue of if we want to expand the amount of other material we bring in. My recollection was that you said it's going to be designed so that we can accommodate that. We can expand essentially the production and the output as part of the process if if it looks like we have that opportunity going forward without overstressing the market for disposal as you described before. That's true, correct?
Correct. The design, we are leading into consideration the site plan in which it would be very easy to accommodate an additional digester if it ever got to that point, plus moving to go to a Class A compost should the market demand that.
Don't be surprised. I think we'll see that kind of thing happen.
And then the ultimate use of the power generated, that's still a work in progress, like whether you were talking about whether it was going to be used locally near the north plant, or it was going to be transported down towards the plaza. That's all still to be determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have not made any plans on transporting things to the plaza or any of that nature. We're looking at the overall project has the capability anticipated to produce 2.1 megawatts of power. The plant uses 1.2, so we would be looking into that.
How many anaerobic digesters are you going to put on the site, and where are they going to go specifically?
There's a site plan that we have just gotten our hands on, from the project, but they will presently go on site where we have ash lagoons that we put the biosolid remediated ash in from incineration. So the footprint will be such that these digesters, there's 3 of them, and they would be put right in those. Yes.
Any further discussion? Just one thing, I would like to be a sponsor of this. Is there anybody on the committee who would not like to be a sponsor?
I think we're a yes.
Or yes.
Well,
Put me on too.
okay.
Please put me on. The guy that brought this to the forefront
Yes, you were.
some time ago.
Absolutely.
Paul, you asked who wouldn't want to be, right?
Right.
Yeah, no, I want to be. I just want to be clear. Everybody's saying,
Okay.
yes, I want, but
Does
I
everybody
don't think there was any
on the
negatives
committee,
to what I'm
plus
saying.
Frank and Doug, and, when this hits the floor, other people can add themselves on. You get that? Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
Everybody's there. Okay, body's right. Okay, I would accept a motion.
I move it.
Moved by Mr. Reinhardt, seconded by Mr. Miller. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? The ayes have it. Good luck, Mr. Murphy.
Move to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I move it.
Moved